Okay, so let's say I'm trying to sell software now. So video testimonial software is a keyword I'm trying to go after with a new product. Could you walk me through your process? So say you have the keyword video testimonial software. What process do you use to discover the right keywords, and how do you spot the opportunities?
Okay, so we know our target keyword is video testimonials. Now, one of the first things I recommend you to do is to pull up Ahrefs or whatever SEO tool that you're using. You can pop in that keyword, and it's gonna give you a gazillion search suggestions. So basically, it's just gonna look through Google and other search engines and pull up, okay, here are the keywords that people are actively searching, and also give you some metrics. So, what is the average monthly clicks that each one of these keywords get? What is the average cost per click normally for paid advertisers on average? How much they're paying for that keyword? And also how competitive it is to get rankings. And it's a metric called keyword difficulty. So if it's like dominated by Google and HubSpot and Moz, probably not going to have a chance to get up there. So what we want to do is to basically create some sort of formula that helps us prioritize keywords based on three things. One, get the highest amount of traffic possible. Two, I have the highest commercial intent, not just traffic, but now we're talking commercial intent, and also the lowest amount of competition. So the middle ground where these circles overlap is what I call the opportunity keywords. And you can just plug it into a very simple formula that I used to call the Farzad score. And our team was like, no, that's too tacky. So we landed on the opportunity score. So basically, you just grab the number of clicks that for each one of these keywords, multiply it by in a little spreadsheet. You don't need any fancy tools for that. You can just do it on a Google Sheet. So extract the keyword ideas, put it through this formula. Number of clicks multiplied by 1 over keyword difficulty, right? Because that's a reverse metric. We want to prioritize the keywords that have the lowest competition. Multiply it by 1 plus CPC, or the cost per click for that keyword. Now, it's going to give you a very arbitrary number. Now, that number, when you sort it as descending for each one of your parent keywords, it's going to give you a framework, a rule of thumb that enables you to basically be able to prioritize these keywords and know where to start, because there's going to be a gazillion of them. Now you're going to have a sorted list that you can tackle one by one. And one step I forgot is that normally, if you're just starting to get out with the keyword difficulty metric, normally these tools like Ahrefs give you a score from 1 to 100, or 0 to 100. 0 is like super easy to rank for, and 100 is like almost impossible to rank for. So you want to, as a rule of thumb, not to go after keywords that have the keyword difficulty of higher than your domain rating, right? So if your domain authority of your website, domain rating of your website is like 40 out of 100, then go after keywords that have a keyword difficulty of 40. Is that scientific? Absolutely not. I came up with it and I stick with it. It's a good rule of thumb, right? Just basically telling you, don't shoot for the stars from the get-go. Okay, play with your league. Take it step by step. As your domain rating goes up, then you can start going after some of the more competitive keywords. All right, so let's say we did all that. We have a list of keywords. Now we need to understand what's the user intent for each one of these. So some of these keywords, for example, what is video testimonial? Okay, how do we know what the user intent is? Just open a new incognito window, just Google it. And just see what type of searches pop up. Because Google's running millions of these A/B tests every day, and they already know exactly what people are looking for. So what is a video testimonial? Is likely going to be a blog post that's going to explain what is a video testimonial, how do you make a video testimonial, whatever questions they answer. And you can take a look at also people also ask. That's also a really good way to help build that outline. So what's the content type for that? Blog post, informational blog post. It's very at the top of the funnel in the awareness stage. Sometimes people are looking at video testimonial templates. So that's in the consideration stage, in the middle of the funnel. What are they looking for? Probably a list of templates or a list of scripts. I don't know what they're looking for. So go through, understand what's the content type on that page, and now you have a framework. Or at the very bottom of the funnel, they're looking at video testimonial software. So that's a sales landing page. Because if I'm looking at video testimonial software, I'm either looking at listicles or I'm looking at sales pages. I'm looking to actually try to find a tool that I actually want to use. I don't want to read about the history of video testimonials, right? So the user intent is quite clear, and you create a corresponding page or type based on that user intent, right? So if they're looking for blog posts, give them a blog post. Don't go out and try to get too creative when it comes to user intent. Okay, got to keep your head down. Now, next is when you get creative. And that's when you put together an outline, you know your target keyword, you know the content type you need to create, and you know the questions you need to answer. Now, then start writing from the heart. Let that nerdiness out the window, stay at the door. And that's when we stop research when it comes to SEO. Start for writing content catered to the user. All right. Don't try to stuff too many keywords. Don't have a minimum word count. Don't doesn't matter in what. Just all you want to care about at that point is just UX, your user experience. What when people land on this page, what are you trying to do? Okay, how can I get it done as quickly as possible?